Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're talking about the one and only Turbo Coin. Now, listen, the last few days there's been a little bit less videos, but that's because we've been very busy in real life. New setup, right? New environment. Also have to do stuff with the AC unit. But yeah, look, we are back. We can see, right? Topper said this time for a challenge. Turbo Toad fam. Listen, get this post to 1,000 likes and we'll give our topper profile pick a Turbo themed makeover. Let's show the world the power of Turbo Army. And we can see we hit it 1,000, right? We hit 1,000, right? And we can see even Uphold Inc. said, go Turbo Toad token fam. So we can see, Topper said they will change the profile picture to Turbo. Y'all are wild. We were just 224 likes away from the Turbo profile pick switch up. Drop your image recommendations below. Whatever screams Turbo Toad token. Let's make this one legendary. And we can see, I think this one has a lot of likes. So this one's pretty cool. This one is pretty advanced, right? Turbo to $1. I've seen a couple good ones, right? I even seen even under this post right over here, right? When we go bam back, I've seen some good ones over here. Boom, there we go. So, Turbo is just always cute. Turbo is always going to be funny. Cute little guy, right? But let's just dive right into the meat and potatoes, right? We are currently ranked 156 in the world, 362 million market cap with 62 million volume. Okay. Fairly good, fairly solid, right? We do have the most holders ever at 56,636. So looking good, right? It is looking good. We are just climbing and climbing and climbing. I mean, just what? 10 days ago, we were 500 holders less. So yeah, we are climbing at a very solid and rapid rate. And the crazy thing is, its turbo is selling off in the last couple of days, right? But we knew this was going to come. We knew this was going to happen. Okay, we called it way before, right? I made that one video saying, look, boom, we need to close above this, right? 0.0063 zone above this 4 hour candle, and we didn't. This is why I believe technical analysis is king. This is why I believe technical analysis is the truth. Okay. Because we didn't close above it. We started to go sideways, start to sell off, and we can see now we're kind of in an interesting area, right? We are below this decently sized support turning into resistance. Now, I personally think there is going to be one more move to the downside, right? That is what I personally think is technically, right? Technically, we could go up to even 0.0557. And if we close there, that will be a lower high. I'll show you exactly what I mean, right? We have this high over here. We have this low. We have this high over here. We have this low. And technically, as long as we kind of close below this red line like this is still a staircase downwards, right? So there's no real indication of reversals yet. If we go to the 4 hour, you could debate that it's starting to, right? You could really debate that it's starting to. And let me just remove these red lines very, very quickly. And then we can jump right into why I believe, we can debate why it's starting to. Okay. So we got to put back this huge support and resistance, bang, like this. Now, here's the deal, right? We do kind of have a double top right here, boom, right, like this. But we are starting to break above it. And we are also creating higher lows. We have this low over here and a higher low over here. But you got to realize that the the time frame that has the most value is going to be the daily. Okay. So even though this is, not bad on the shorter time frame for a day or two, this could be the trend, right? This could be the mini trend to the upside. But generally, we are still bearish just for a little bit, right? Just for a little bit. The key indication is going to be not more so about this push because I do believe this push will be short lived. And I do believe we are going to close around 0.0056, but it's going to be when we come back down, are we going to get a higher low, right? Will we close above this, or are we going to get a lower high. Now, I still personally think there's going to be one more move to the downside. I think we're going to go up something like this. And generally speaking, we're going to go a little bit lower before we go sideways and then we start changing in momentum. That is what I personally think. Okay. And I say this not because, any hate towards Turbo, I think just because there's still a little bit more imbalance to be filled. Not too much, but I would really love to see us tap into this 4 hour order block. And I would really love to see us tap into this support, even just once, right? Even just 2 or 3% lower than this mark over here, right? Just like, yeah, 2.5 to 3% lower, you know, dip right below the 0.0046 zone. And for me, that would be very, very ideal. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, look, I did say this week was probably going to be a little bit of a red week. Based off prediction, I think we are going to have a decent end to July. Overall, right, we're still looking good on the monthly, right? It's not the most strongest, it's not the most wow, but we're still looking fairly good because we do have this low over here and we do have a higher low over here. We have a high over here, boom, and we have, as of right now, a higher high. So even if we close like this, it wouldn't be like the strongest price action, but it would technically be good enough. And sometimes good enough is all you need. Overall, we know the trend is generally going to be going up. We know Bitcoin dominance did take a recovery a little bit, right? It did get recovered just a little bit, but we're looking right now to sell off. We're looking to see how it reacts off the 61% zone. This is going to be a key indicator and key dictator of, hey, are we going to go lower? Is altcoin season literally around the corner? Or is there going to be most likely another big leg to the upside, roughly to 70 to 72% before we crash? Even something like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin boom. Damn, it already did the drop. I was not here for it. I was not here for the Bitcoin drop with 115K. Did it fill the gap? It technically didn't. So, okay, so I still think Bitcoin's going to go a little bit lower, which means we could see altcoins and stuff suffer for a few more days before some type of recovery, right? Right now, I do probably expect Bitcoin to go up a little bit higher, fill this gap, and then start going up higher. That is what I ultimately expect, okay? And yeah, which means obviously something like Turbo, it might suffer just a little bit. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy. We're back, webcam's back, facecam's back, new setup, new setup. Shout out to Arcane, right? Free promotion. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that is ultimately it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want a private portfolio review, or if you want to be up to date and get meme coin shout outs that have been booming lately, then make sure to join the private community as we have been killing it with the gains in the Discord. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy. Talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.